When society mocked her past, Amara stood tall, discovered her resilience, love, love, and courage transformed her life in this unforgettable tale. Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting live session on my channel, where stories come alive. I am thrilled to have each one of you here as we dive into another incredible tale filled with twist, drama, and powerful emotions. Tonight, we are not just watching. I want all of you to join in. Feel free to share your thoughts in the chat. Connect with each other and let's make this an interactive experience. Whether you are new here or a long-time subscriber, thank you for being part of this growing family of story lover. Now grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's get started with tonight's story. This one is going to be unforgettable. Amara's story began in this quiet village of Ao, where the loss of her parents left her with little support. Raised by her grandmother, she learned early on the value of resilience and hard work. By 18, Amara moved to the city in search of a better life. After a series of low-paying jobs, she found work as a house help for the Adewale's family, a household known for its wealth and prestige. Here, her job at the Adewale's mansion was far from easy. The staff was large, but Mrs. Adewale ran a tight ship, expecting nothing less than perfection. Amara worked diligently, often doing extra shifts and volunteering for challenging tasks. She poured her heart into her work, caring deeply for the Adewale's children, who often looked to her for comfort when their parents were busy. Amara was with the Adewales for nearly 2 years when tragedy struck. Mrs. Adewale, who had been in and out of the hospital for months, passed away after a long battle with illness. Mr. Tunde Adewale, a strong yet silent figure, was devastated, though always toxic. He struggled to balance grief with caring for his young children. During this trying time, Amara went above and beyond, taking on the role of a caregiver. She would read to the children at night, ensuring they felt loved and safe. Her compassion did not go unnoticed by Mr. Tunde, who began to rely on her support, finding comfort in her gentle presence, though their conversations were brief as unspoken bond grew between them. Months passed, and Tunde began opening up. Amara, in a small way, they would sit together in the garden after the children went to bed, talking about life, dreams, and even business. Tunde shared his plans, frustrations, and fears, and Amara listened attentively, occasionally offering her thoughts. She surprised him with her sharp mind and unique perspectives, something he hadn't expected from someone of her background. One evening, While discussing a major business decision, Amara offered an idea that sparked new direction for his company. Tunde, initially hesitant, tried her suggestion and found great success. He began to realize that Amara was not only kind-hearted but also incredibly intelligent. It was a quiet Sunday evening when Tunde, after such inner struggle, finally gathered the courage to express his feelings to Amara. She was stunned. The thought of such a possibility had never crossed her mind. Torn between disbelief and a spark of happiness, Amara found herself conflicted. She had grown attached to Tunde and the children, but the idea of moving from house help to wife seemed impossible. Tunde reassured her, acknowledging the challenges but emphasizing that he valued her for who she was. He promised to stand by her side regardless of the backlash they might face. His sincerity touched her heart, and with a mix of fear and excitement, Amara accepted. News of their engagement shook the Adewale family and friends. Tunde's siblings and extended family were especially outraged. They questioned his decision to marry a house help, convinced that Amara would taint the family's name. For weeks, Amara was stunned, whispered about, and even publicly ridiculed by some of Tunde's relatives. She struggled to find her place, often questioning whether she had made the right decision. Tunde, however, stood firm. He reminded her daily that they were in this together, and his children's innocent acceptance of her as their new mother brought her joy and motivation to keep going. Slowly, she began learning how to handle the backlash, standing with Tunde as they faced society's judgment head-on, determined to support Tunde in every way possible. Amara began taking business courses and studying eloquence. She immersed herself in learning, slowly growing more confident and adapt. Tunde taught her everything he could about his business, valuing her as a partner and confider. Their bond grew together, built on mutual respect and understanding. Her efforts started paying off as she became involved in charity work, focusing on supporting orphans and underprivileged children. Inspired by her own past struggles, she set up a foundation to empower young girls, a project that soon attracted the media's attention. Her transformation from a humble house help to a business savvy began to win over even those who had doubted her. Amara's kindness and generosity eventually touched the hearts of Tunde's family. She won over the relatives who once opposed her, showing them that her love for Tunde and the children was genuine. Society too began to view her with respect, admiring her work and the impact of her foundation. She was no longer the house help but a beloved member of the community. Years passed and Amara became a central figure in Tunde's business empire. They raised their family with love, humility and strength, ensuring their children understood the value of compassion and resilience. Amara's journey from a house help to boss's wife became a story of inspiration throughout the city, symbolizing that true worth is defined by character, not background. Amara's life as the wife of Tunde was blissful, but not without its own set of challenges. Despite her growth and newfound acceptance, whispers of her past still lingered. A few high societal women constantly reminded her of her humble beginning, questioning her worthlessness. Tunde always encouraged her to ignore them, but their words hurt. One day during a charity gala, Amara overheard a group of women mocking her. They laughed about her transformation, suggestion that no amount of money could hide her past. Fighting back tears, Amara reminded herself of the journey she had taken, the hardship she had endured, and the love she shared with Tunde. With renewed confidence, she approached them and, with grace, shared her story, proudly acknowledging where she came from and the life she had built. Her poise stunned them into silence, earning her respect from everyone in the room. This event marked a turning point. Amara no longer hid her past. She embraced it, using it to inspire others who face similar struggles. Slowly, society perception changed and she became a role model, especially to young women facing prejudice. Just as life seemed to be on a smooth path, Amara's past came knocking in the form of her estranged uncle. Having heard of her new status, he arrived at their mansion one evening, begging for forgiveness and financial help. Years before, this same uncle had refused to care for her when her parents died, forcing her into a life of hardship. Now, seeing her success, he claimed he had always prayed for her and asked for money to settle his debt. Amara always stood between her past wounds and her compassionate nature. After much thought, she chose forgiveness, offering him help on the condition that he used the funds to better himself. She provided him with what he needed but kept a careful distance, knowing that she had to protect her own well-being. Tunde admired her strength in handling the situation, deepening their bond further. As Amara's foundation continued to grow, she dedicated himself to making it a sanctuary for young girls in need. She visited schools, held mentorship programs, and shared her story. Her foundation became a respected institution, bringing her recognition beyond her family's name. Tunde's business also flourished with her help. Together they made important investments, growing the company into a major conglomerate. Amara's understanding of people and Tunde's business acumen became an unstoppable combination. They soon established a reputation as a power couple, known for their charity and business sense. Years later, Tunde fell seriously ill, and for the first time, Amara faced the possibility of losing him. The thought of raising their children without him terrified her. She stayed by his side, managing both the family business and the household, while Tunde was in and out of the hospital. Her resilience and determination became her guiding focus as she handled every challenge. During Tunde's recovery, she poured herself into her foundation and the business, knowing that she had to keep everything afloat. In those trying times, she grew stronger, finding that she could manage on her own if needed. With time, Tunde recovered, grateful for Amara's unwavering support. He saw how far she had come, from a young house help to a business-savvy woman capable of leading an empire. Their relationship deepened and they began working together more closely, sharing responsibilities equally. Their family grew closer as their children matured, learning values of humility, resilience, and strength from their parents. Amara and Tunde spent the rest of their lives growing their business and foundation, building a legacy based on kindness, resilience, and hard work. They installed this value in their children, ensuring they understood the importance of compassion and gratitude. Amara's journey from a househelp to a respected businesswoman became legacy, inspiring countless others who face prejudice or humble beginning. In the end, she proved that true success is measured not by one's standing point but by the courage to preserve and strength to remain true to oneself. Her story became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of character over status and legacy for generations to come. As Amara and Tilde grew older, they began to spend more time with their children, imparting the life lessons they've learned. Amara shares stories on her early struggles, her journey from village life to the mansion, and the values that had carried her through difficult times. Her children listened intently, fascinated by the humility and resilience she displayed throughout her life. Amara's foundation became a family endeavor. Her children often accompany her to community outreach events, meeting young girls whose stories reminded Amara of herself. She encouraged her children to get involved, helping organization, educational program, mentorships and vocational training for the less privileged. Over time, her eldest daughter, Maureen Nike, took a special interest in running the foundation, following in her mother's footsteps. After years of hard work, Amara and Tunde decided it was time to retire and pass the family business to the next generation. Their children had grew up with the values installed by their parents, and Amara felt confident they could continue the legacy with integrity. One of the most rewarding moments of Amara's life came during the official ceremony where she and Tunde announced Morike as the new CEO of the foundation, while their son Kunle was appointed to manage the business operations. In her speech, Amara emphasized the importance of compassion, honesty, and respect for all. No matter one's position in life, her children took her words to heart, and the audience applauded, moved by the powerful story of Amara's journey. Just when it seemed life had finally settled into a peaceful rhyme, the family faced an unexpected threat. A former business associate of Tunde, jealous of their success, attempted to sabotage the business by spreading false rumors about Amara's past. He tried to paint her in a negative light, claiming she wasn't fit to be part of such a prestigious family. The scandal spread quickly, with Talbot questioning her background and motive. Though shocking, Amara faced the situation head-on. She called a press conference where she confidently shared her journey, acknowledging her humble beginning and the challenge she had overcome. She expressed pride in her story, reminding everyone that resilience and hard work define success, not social status. Her honesty and bravery won the public admiration, turning what was meant to harm her into a victory. One evening, as she sat with Tunde, Amara received a letter from her estranged cousin, Chidi, whom she hadn't seen in decades. Chidi apologized for past misunderstandings and asked to meet, expressing his admiration for the woman she had become. Amara, who had always believed in the power of forgiveness, invited him to their home. Meeting Chidi again stirred memory of her old life, the life she had struggled to leave behind. But seeing him reminded her of how far she had come. They spent the evening talking, and Amara felt a sense of closure, realizing that she had finally healed from the wounds of her past. With her children now leading the business and foundation, Amara and Tunde focused on their personal passion. Amara dedicated herself to writing a memo, hoping her story would inspire others. Her book From House Help to Heart of the Family became a bestseller with people from all backgrounds finding strength in her story. As she traveled to promote the book, young women, mothers, and even men approached her, sharing her, sharing her words, her challenge, her challenged their lives. Amara's heart swelled with pride and gratitude, knowing her story had the power to transform others. As the years passed, Amara and Tunde decided to spend more time in the village where she was born. They built a small home there where they would host community gatherings and support local projects. Amara's foundation began offering scholarships to children from her village, and she worked with local leaders to establish vocational programs for women. One sunny afternoon, as she sat on her porch overlooking the village, Amara reflected on her life. She thought of her parents, her grandmother, the hardship she had endured, and the happiness she had found. Her journey from herself to businesswoman, from outside to beloved community figure, had been anything but easy, but she wouldn't change a single moment. In her twin light years, surrounded by her family, Amara felt complete. Her story had become more than just her own. It was now a symbol of resilience and hope, passed down through her children, her foundation, and her legacy. Amara knew that long after she was gone, her journey would continue to inspire others to believe in themselves, to fight for their dream, and to know that no matter where you come from, with courage and kindness, anything is what is possible. Now we have come to the end of today. We'll continue this tomorrow again. So thank you, my dear viewers. Thank you for always supporting me. And I am grateful for that, for you all always coming to my live stream. I am happy and so happy. Good night. See you tomorrow again.